Internet people, Happy New Year and welcome to 2021. I'm back up here in the loft, ready to get started on a new sewing project for the new year. I took a pretty long break off of sewing over Christmas and New Year's, but I'm ready to get back to it. So I'm going to be working on one of my Make 9s. I figure might as well start off strong with the goals. I'm going to be making this Vogue 1680. I'm going to make this version here mainly because I don't have enough fabric to make the full length sleeve, even though I really like the way that sleeve looks. And I'm going to be making it out of this rayon challis. This is just a scrap, but it has this really cute floral sort of vintagey 40s vibe to it. I have it all cut out. I'm ready to start sewing. I left my pins downstairs, so I'm just going to go grab those and we're going to get started. Okay, let's pull out the instructions. Do you ever get really excited to start a new project after everything's been cut out and all the pattern pieces are fresh, no mistakes have been made, there's so much potential, there hasn't been any seams ripped out yet? That's where I am now. It's very exciting starting a new project. All right, instructions, here we go. Let's see what the very first step is. I'm making version B, like I said, yeah, B. All right, top A and B, front and back. Number 1, narrow hem front edges of upper front. All right, time to hem the front edges of the upper front. Okay, I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. It's not quite time for the first step yet. I forgot I have to actually pick out what thread I'm going to use and make sure I have the right machine needle in my machine. So this is my selection of blue threads that I have, and I'm just going to go through and see which one matches the blue of this fabric the best. Okay, definitely, you probably can't see this very well, but it's definitely not that one. And it's definitely not this one. This is how I was taught to find correct matching thread. You just pull off a little bit and then hold it up and see how well it matches. This one is also not a good choice. I think this one is a potential, and this one is also a little too light. So it's between these two, and I think I'm gonna go with this one. It's just a little bit darker. Okay, so that is going to be the thread choice. And then I have a 90-14 needle in my machine right now, and I might need to go down to an 80 or even a 70 for this fabric because it's pretty thin and slippery and light. So I'm going to try out the 90 and see how it goes before I pull out a new needle. Okay, so I just spent a bunch of time messing around with my tension, my pressure, foot pressure, my stitch length, and my needles to get a good looking stitch for this rayon challis. It was getting really wavy and puckery, and so I switched the needle to an 80, and I changed a bunch of things to finally make it look okay. So now we can finally get to that first step with the narrow hem. Step 1 is done, narrow hem complete. Okay, let's see what step 2 is. To make pleats in upper front on outside, crease along lines of small circles, bring creases to lines of large circles, baste across lower edge, press. Okay, step 2, we make pleats. Just making the narrow hems on the front overlay here, and let me tell you, I am playing thread chicken. I'm playing steamed chicken with my iron, because basically you turn it up 5/8 and then you press it, open it out, and then fold it again so that the crease and the raw edge line up. So that's like 2.5/16, 2.5/8 that you're holding down while you press it. And I haven't gotten burnt yet, but I have one more narrowhead to go, I think, although I haven't read ahead on the instructions, so we'll see. But yeah, it's getting dicey around here. Ooh. Okay, so I've made it to step 7 of this Vogue 1680, and I've just peeked ahead at some of the instructions, and it looks like there are a lot more narrow hems in my future. Kind of seems like this whole project is just narrow hems. So I'm gonna do a little bit more and then call it for today. Okay, we've reached the point of no return. That's the point when you're sewing and you start making mistakes because you've been sewing too long. So I'm going to call it for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you found something interesting in this video. If you have any questions about this pattern, please leave me a comment down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.